Hello viewers and welcome to another lovely episode of Diary of a Blind Mom. Today I'll be unleashing the fear of the unknown that I spoke about in our previous episode when I started the joy of having kids. So this fear of the unknown started when I discovered I was pregnant. I had mixed feelings. I had joy bubbling in my tummy. On the other hand, I had this fear that how will I take care of my baby? How will I be able to know when he or she is sick? How will I be able to feed my baby, change their diaper, and all those things like that? So this fear accumulated till the last few weeks of my pregnancy. I discovered I had BP, high blood pressure, alongside with the pregnancy. So the hospital was able to manage this for me. But I didn't unveil my fears to anybody because I felt God will definitely help me. He that has given me this baby will help me overcome this fear. So I eventually gave birth to my baby, and I remember that night. The baby was barely 1 day old. I was still in the hospital due to the nature of birth I had. So I was my baby was crying and I couldn't stand up because my tummy I was in serious pain. So before you know it, this nurse just dropped the baby on my chest and like, cuddle your baby, and I was scared. I cried that, but how will I can't see my child. I wish I can see her face to know what she looks like and what is happening to her, but I can't figure it out. So I had to use my imaginations, I had to use my mind. So after a few minutes, the nurse came to take her away from me and fed her for me because I couldn't breastfeed at that particular time because the injury was still very fresh. So a few days later, I was discharged from the hospital. My mom was with me, so my mom was the one helping me. But whenever I want to breastfeed her, my mom would help me carry her close to my breast where I'll be able to feed her, try to locate the nipple. Sometimes my mom is not at home, it's always difficult, and at that point I remember God and I cried to him, and before you know it, this baby would get to where the nipple is and she would start sucking. And it went on like that. I remember the first day I changed her diaper. That was another experience. So because I've been trying to imagine how my mom used to remove her diaper whenever she pulls and how to clean her up using baby wipes. So to this day, everybody was at home. My husband went to church. My mom was not around. She was barely 2 months old and she pulled. So I had to carry the diaper. That day I wasted diaper because I had to clean. As I was cleaning, I didn't know that I was staining other parts of her body. So I had to clean and clean and clean. But eventually I got it and I became an expert. And before you know it, I started breastfeeding my baby myself. I started changing her diaper myself. And after 6 months, because I did exclusive for my children, so after 6 months of exclusive breast milk, they got to giving them all this their baby food like the Tom Brown, the pap, and the like. So I discovered that my children don't like feeding bottle. You have to use spoon to feed them. That was another great challenge for me because I don't want a situation whereby I will go and start feeding them and mistakenly put the spoon in their mouth. So at that point, my mom was there for me. My husband was there for me. So whenever they are hungry, either I breastfeed them or when they want to eat, my husband or my mom will give them their food using spoon till when they were 1 year plus. And I started doing I started learning them myself, and gradually I was feeding them. And now the second child is over 2 years, and the first child, my daughter, she will be 5 in a few months' time. I started feeding her myself, and now my daughter can even feed herself. So it's good when you are able to identify your fears and you pray to God to help you. He will give you the grace and that wisdom to overcome whatever challenge you might be going through at that particular time. Just keep hope alive, just have faith in God, and He will definitely see you through in that challenge. So I'm talking to potential moms out there, especially those ones that are visually impaired or sees taking care of a child, nurturing a child is difficult. No, it's not difficult. If your mind is at it, if you put everything, dedicate yourself that this is what I want, and you are determined, you will definitely achieve even a greater result than I achieved during my childbearing and babysitting. So thank you for watching today's episode of Diary of a Blind Mom. It's Diary of a Blind Mom on Facebook, Diary of a Blind Mom on TikTok, and Diary of a Blind Mom on YouTube. Please follow, like, subscribe, and please drop your comments, and I'll be very glad to answer your questions. Thanks for watching today's episode, and bye for now.